Ladies and gentlemen, everyone, we are back with more That Was Us. We have a special guest with us, as we referred to. The linchpin I consider of Randall, because there's the younger version, then there's the older version, but the one that the tie that binds, that brings it all together.
That's right.
My main man,
The cornerstone.
NILES FITCH. What up, homie? How you doing, bro?
Doing great. How y'all doing today?
We're doing great.
It's so good to see you.
I was just teasing Niles. I was telling him he gained weight in his neck. My man then got thicked out. You know what I'm saying? He's grown. He's graduated from USC.
Well, you were
Wow.
14, 15, right? When you started the show, when you got cast?
14 going on 15, and now I'm 23.
My
Jeez, man.
goodness.
Look at him.
Yeah.
Getting his-
Jeez.
College
Wow.
grad.
Niles came to premiere of American Fiction one time, had a lovely date. He was so sweet. It was so great to see him. We had fun. I always tease him. I'm not going to tell you what I said about him because I don't want to embarrass him too much, but he's been one of these people in my life that I've always just been happy to be in the presence of. You get a chance to see these young people grow up. And you and Milo probably feel it even more acutely
Yeah.
than I do. I have these little girls, but you got a chance to see this dude become a man.
Yeah.
You a man now, big dog.
Yeah.
Trying to figure it out.
It takes a long time. It takes it.
Oh my God.
I'm still working
I
on
thought it
it.
would click.
Yeah.
Click overnight.
Talk-
No.
Talk to us a little bit about what's going on in life. You just graduated. Are you a directing major? Like the focus that you want to do is start being behind the camera or what?
So the program that I did kind of encompassed it all. So it was directing, writing, editing, producing.
Okay.
So just any route that I wanted to take,
Yeah.
I learned about, and it was amazing 2.5 years.
This man
That's
also
smart.
has sent me a full script. Your script is like 120 pages. I haven't read it yet. I promise I'm gonna read your script.
No worries.
Throwing
I thought
himself under the bus
I
there.
thought he was sending me I'm trying to do this short. And I was like, no, it's 120 pages.
Yeah.
Like,
Proper
bruh,
script.
I'm doing
Yeah,
real
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
We're doing
he's
real
not-
things.
He's not sending you shorts. He's not, hey, you want to be in my student film? No. He's graduated.
We've graduated beyond that.
We've
man.
graduated to
Yeah.
another level. We're watching 210, which
Yeah.
is episode number 3. So it has Kevin's episode, then it has Kate's episode, then it has Randall's episode, right? And your storyline sort of focuses on Howard University, applying to colleges and whatnot, but being uniquely sort of pulled to Howard University. You go on a road trip with your dad. Tell us a little bit about your experience of shooting that episode. And this was one of the few times also
We traveled.
that TIU went on the road. They actually went. And I think it was one of the first things to actually shoot at Howard University.
Really?
Really?
Yeah. So I'm curious to hear what your experience was like.
The experience was really good because at the exact same time, I was also applying to colleges too.
Yeah.
So I kind of got to do a little tour of Howard, and all the students that were helping us on set were super nice. But being able to travel, especially with Milo, man, it was a great experience. My mom got to come. I had some friends from Atlanta pull up too. And
Nice.
God, being able to travel and work is like the two best things you can get.
Mhm.
Yeah.
One of the comments that I was making to the team is that you, as Randall, just had this Cheshire cat grin on your face the whole time you were on campus, right? And I'm wondering how much of that was just Randall and how much of it was Niles also just being like, yo, it's a campus full of Black folks. Like, how cool was it just to be in that environment? They call it the Mecca. What was it like to be there?
That was 100% all knowledge. Not only that, at the time I'm 17.
Yeah.
So I'm seeing people in college. I'm seeing, I'm seeing what I'm about to become.
Yes.
So I was bright-eyed and, just wanted to experience everything that I could in the little time that we had out there.
Absolutely, dude.
Did you say it was the first time anything had filmed at?
I don't know if it was the first time, but they don't let a lot of people, from what I remember talking to from Sue, onto the campus a lot. So, but at least shooting Howard for Howard,
Interesting.
I think it was one of the few times.
Oh, wow.
it's
Very
happened.
cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Niles, can you walk us through the process of how you got on This Is Us? Like your audition process, what you knew about the show? Because we've talked to Logan and Hannah, and the audience is aware that we did shoot a sort of younger version
Yeah.
of the teenage Big Three. And then they realized that there wasn't enough of a jump between the young version and because your characters had to sort of like live through Jack passing away. And so it wasn't going to work age-wise. So you guys had to kind of like jump in very last minute. What was the process like?
Yeah, my process. So I originally auditioned when the show, before it even came out.
Yeah.
So
okay.
I believe Dan was in the final meetings, but it was me and like a bunch of kids that were Lonnie McKenzie's Parker age.
Oh, okay.
And I'm 14 at the time, so I'm looking around and I'm like, okay, this probably isn't going to go my way. So then maybe 3 months later, out of the blue, I get a call to come in, audition. I audition on a Thursday after school. The next day I'm getting out of class. I get a call saying that I booked it and I need to be ready to do wardrobe the next day because we film Saturday and Sunday.
What?
So it happened in less than 2 days.
Oh, man.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Nuts.
And then
Crazy.
I'm coming on set and Milo's like, oh, we have a lot in store for you guys. And I'm looking like,
He wasn't kidding.
to me, this is a one episode thing. And one episode turned into 6 years of my life.
Wait. You were they asked you to do one episode? Like there wasn't a full contract that you signed for multiple years? It was just one?
I had no idea, especially because I hopped on and they said that it was potential to be a guest star.
Like a reoccurring.
I think it was only a guest star at that point. And, here we are. And then we were reoccurring and then series regulars. And
Wow.
it happened so quick. And I was only in LA for 6 months prior to that.
Wow.
Are you serious, man?
And that's how it goes for everybody.
Yeah. It's just that easy.
You have to put your time in, and then they call.
When you least expect it.
When you least
When you
expect
least
it.
expect. Talk to us a little bit about the relationship
Yeah.
that you, Hannah, and Logan had with each other through that whole process, because you guys were with each other all the time. And it seemed like a really authentic and beautiful bond between TV siblings. Talk to us a little bit about it.
Well, I think Hannah and I's relationship specifically was able to grow when we first started because we both lived in the same area.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't drive. So my mom was working, so Hannah and I would carpool to work nearly every single day.
Wow.
And then, Logan and I would go surfing and we would hit up Six Flags all together. So just over time, we truly, built this brother and sister relationship. And even post filming, they were at my graduation, my birthday party that I had, a couple months back. They took me out to dinner after I graduated. But, we've really built a real bond, and I'm glad to have been able to meet them,
We heard about that birthday party.
Y'all better not ask.
We were just,
We were like, where was our
Well,
Well, I
invitation?
moved, so my address.
There you go.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
probably
same,
got
same,
lost.
same.
It got lost in the
Yeah,
mail.
There you
definitely
go.
got lost in the mail.
Yeah, it's totally cool. It's totally cool. We understand.
How long were you on the show before you three going to Universal Studios together became an international
Oh,
incident?
that's a good question.
Like I'm sure you became quickly recognizable, especially when you were together.
Man, maybe not until like 2 seasons in.
Okay. Oh,
Two
wow.
seasons in.
Okay.
Then it was like we go to Six Flags and people are taking pictures. But luckily, the demographic that would recognize it usually wasn't at a Six Flags.
That's
it was
true.
a
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Slightly older,
teenage crowd,
slightly older
So,
demographic.
Yeah,
we were able to traverse it and not have any problems.
you got to go hang out at old folks' homes like me and Sterling.
To get recognized.
what
We
do.
just wander in and be like, "Could you see if we can help with anything?" And people,
Anytime I'm feeling sad, I'll do
people
that.
go crazy.
Is it, I mean, after 6 years of doing the show, would you say that it changed your life? Has it changed anything in terms of career opportunities or trajectory, or have things kind of like mellowed out again? Like, tell me what life is like right now, and especially immediately after the show to now.
I think what was great about me doing the show was I had started acting when I was 3.
Yeah.
So I had been working before the show. So when getting on the show, I think my mindset was, okay, this is a great stepping stone for now giving me a platform for people to be able to see my talent.
Sure.
Right.
So I really tried to utilize that to, when we would have an off season, be working on something else.
Yeah.
So I was always just building up the resume to be able to show one day, hey, you can trust me with a $10 million, $15,
$10 million, $15 budget. You said
no, $15 million budget, not 15.
Yeah.
Oh, that's the short films that I was going to ask you all.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. He hasn't read those scripts either.
I got $15 for you, big dog.
Yeah.
Since then, since filming the show, since finishing the show, I did this movie that did really well in festivals with Jenna Ortega and Maddie Ziegler called Fallout.
Okay.
Did this comedy on Netflix with Anthony Mackie.
Yes.
And I have this TV show coming out by Mara Brock Keeley and produced by Regina King.
Okay.
Called Forever. That's to come out next year. And then I was doing college. So just trying to stay busy, man.
Yeah. Just a little busy. Just a little busy.
Stay busy.
Did you
prioritize school?
Did you and Regina meet on This Is Us ever?
Never did. So it was really cool being able to meet her and to be able to meet somebody that you've looked up to and then to exceed your expectations on how kind of a person they are. Yeah, it meant a lot.
Yeah, she's an incredible lady.
She's exceptional.
And she does it all too. You know, she started off young and she's directing and acting and producing.
You guys have a very similar trajectory, or could have a very similar trajectory.
I could see that.
Yes.
Come on. Yes.
I got you.
Thank you.
Let me ask you a little bit more about 210, especially just scenes with Milo. You talked to us a little bit about being on the campus or whatnot and how the smile was real, because I had a feeling that it was. But just the scenes with Milo, because it's these race conversations between a young black man and a white man, right? And how, if you remember it, I don't even know how much you can remember because it was such a long time ago. But talking about Dad, you know that feeling that you had for a moment when you thought that I didn't introduce you to my friends because you were white? Like, I feel like that all the time. Like, I'm curious for a young man, what was like to tackle those scenes dealing with race head on?
I think it really helped me and Milo had a very honest relationship.
Yeah.
And I was in the show, you know, we do have you and Lonnie and your family in the show. But when it came to my age range, I was the only, black person. Yeah. So I would even experience it when we were, when we'd have an event or, they're going up to Logan or Hannah and, I'm just there. So being able to then talk about that in the scene with Milo, I felt like was very natural because I was kind of already experiencing that, in my real life. And Milo is someone that I feel like he's aware of race in America. Yeah. So it was honestly seamless, and he's such a great, person to act with in a scene. Yeah. So it really, I feel like it worked.
It was definitely very effective.
Yeah. To put it lightly, it worked. Sterling was talking about it being a bit of a healing, a magical moment, a moment of healing, not just for the two characters, but for himself and for the audience watching.
It was this moment when he was, you guys are sitting outside of the Vietnam Memorial or whatnot, and he's telling you, whatever, sometimes you're going to feel off balance and sometimes you won't. But whatever choices you make, you lean into them because you're going to make spectacular choices. You are spectacular. And you try to shrug it off. Again, he says, no, I'm repeating, like, you're spectacular. Like, you should know that about yourself. And I was saying, I hope that my children, when they look back in life, when they hear their dad's voice, they hear things that are affirming who they are in the world. And are buoyed by what they hear in terms of their father's voice in their head, right? And so I thought that scene was beautiful in that way between you and Milo because, man, how delicious. For me as an actor, I got a chance to hear that from time to time as I'm moving through Randall's arc in life right now, knowing that somebody believed in me like that. You know what I'm saying?
No, yeah. And, this is something that you'll understand. I lost my father young, you lost your father young. Yeah. But some of those conversations that I wish I would have been able to have in college, I wasn't able to have with him. Yeah. So in a way, being able to do that on screen with someone that I've known for years and trust. It was healing for me. Yeah. And I don't even think I understand the the implications that it probably has had on my development to be doing a role where you're like a unicorn, but people are pouring into you around you on set and off set.
Yeah.
You know?
That's what's up, man.
Yeah, very true.
Lord, you forget sometimes, like this thing called acting or whatever, you know, like a lot of people, I said this before, they feel like it's make believe. And yes, it is, but it's also you invest yourself as fully into the given circumstances of the character so that you don't have to act. You can be, right? And so like the difference sometimes between Niles and Randall, between Sterling and Randall, between Toby and Chris, and between Rebecca and Mandy is very thin.
Yeah.
You know? If you're doing it that way, you know? Yeah. What else y'all got for this dude? Well, oh, you know what? Before I let you go, because I mean, hopefully we'll get a chance to have you back later as we get into other storylines for you. Because I'm so curious, once you meet Beth, like that whole storyline, like for a second, I didn't know if they were going to put me in young age makeup. I was like, Brown, you look too old. Let's go ahead. Let this young man do his thing.
Just
you know
wishing and hoping.
But I'm sort of curious because you were young and you were going through it or whatnot. Like, talk to me a little bit about that whole Beth Randall storyline for you. I mean, and what's our girl's name?
Rachel.
You and Rachel. I'm just curious, like, what that process was like, what that relationship was like, how you enjoyed it, et cetera.
No, it was really cool. And, you know, Rachel's a fantastic actress. Yes. And I believe when we started working together, I think I was 17 and she was 24 going on 25.
Oh, yeah.
So,
You're like, okay, older.
All right, Sterling. Let him finish.
Let the young man eat. Come on, let's do this thing.
So for me, I always felt like, you know, and she doesn't even know this, but she was always so mature and so talented.
Sure.
In a way, I felt like I was always trying to make sure that, you know, I was likable or, you know, I was mature or, you know, when we did do a scene together, that it was everything that she envisioned and then some.
Yeah.
So it was really cool. Then I felt like that really portrayed well in the relationship.
That sounds so much like Randall. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Just trying to please. Absolutely.
And like every man who's ever met a woman.
But Niles, you have always been so wise beyond your years.
Yep.
You were never a 14 or 15-year-old. I mean, your
shocking.
I would say your kindness and maybe like innocence, but like the level of talent, I think it speaks to like all three of Logan and Hannah. Like you guys all arrived so fully formed. You knew who these characters were, even though you were thrown in at the last minute.
Yeah.
It's wild. And like you were thrust in this like crazy situation and you all rose to the occasion in such like a spectacular way, to bring that word back around. It's like I have such visceral memories of like, I mean, shooting the Super Bowl episode, us like being out in the cold on that roof together. Like, I mean, we lived some really crazy things with each other, but you were always so fully realized. You knew who you were as an actor, as a human. And it's just like, it's so nice to see you now as truly an adult.
Yeah.
But you've always been that.
I'm going to be honest, though. And I told this to Sterling. I was faking it till I made it.
Well, we all are to a certain degree. Truly.
We just admitted to that, too. I don't know what the hell I'm doing, bro.
No.
It's all good.
No.
Trying my hardest.
And if you are going to be directing, I'm also accepting scripts. I just want to put that out there.
Yeah, we all can't wait to work for you, Niles.
Niles, if you want people to follow you on IG, anything, where can they find you? And if there's anything else they're supposed to be looking out for you for right now, let the people know.
My name is, on Instagram, is NILES FITCH. Forever comes out next year on Netflix.
Okay.
Exciting.
And, I'll be seeing you guys around.
Oh,
Niles, thank you
Niles.
so much for joining us. Give him a gun flex real quick, because Niles has been working on the guns. Go and show him. Come on. Go and show him.
No, I'm not doing that. No.
Niles, listen. Hold on. Niles.
Listen.
It's not vanity. We need people to subscribe on YouTube.
They can see it in forever.
Oh, fair enough.
He said they can see it
forever. And Netflix next year.
Make sure we watch forever so you can see Niles'
the gun show.
Gun show.
Yeah, they'll see the gun show.
Appreciate you.
See, but look, I was going to do it, and then Sterling was going to do it and completely
I was
kill
not.
me.
I'm coming up.
No,
I'm
look,
coming up.
he's covering it and it's still there.
You stop.
You guys.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is NILES FITCH. Let's give it up for him one more
NILES
time.
FITCH.
Thank you for joining us, brother. We
Thank you,
love you
Niles.
so much.
So much.
We'll be right back with more. That was us.